Hey there, my friend. I'm Debra, your dementia host. Where are we going to start today? I'm going to talk about de-escalating. Let me ask you a couple questions. How often are you dealing with your person with dementia where you feel like you need to de-escalate or calm them down? Is it on a daily basis, a weekly basis, every other day? Put in the chat for me how often you feel like you need to either de-escalate or calm your person with dementia down. Put in the chat for me. So this is a very, very common problem. And I was actually just doing a live, and we were talking about there's these drug companies now for dementia, and they're all saying agitation in dementia. My person has agitation in dementia, or dementia with agitation. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of bullshit. And I'll tell you why. So people with dementia don't just have agitation because they have dementia. They have agitation because we're either talking to them like they're a child, or they feel like they're not being listened to, or they don't understand their environment and they don't know where they are, or they're afraid, or something is bothering them, or they're hungry, or they have to toilet, or they're thirsty, or there's a multitude of reasons. Oh, right here. See my behaviors picture, which is also in my best-selling book, Forget Me Not. But agitation and dementia is a bunch of bullshit. They want to sell you medications. So yeah, you can go that route. You can drug your person with dementia. You're going to increase falls. They're going to kind of be comatose. It's going to shorten their lifespan. And they're still having the problem inside. It hasn't solved their problems. Instead, when you de-escalate, you can actually solve the person's problems. And that's when you actually get rid of the behavior. And I don't mean get rid of it for 5 minutes. I don't mean get rid of it for half an hour, or even the day. I'm talking about getting rid of it permanently. People who need de-escalating, that simply means that they're having a problem. They're having a problem that is so big or so irritating to them that they're acting out. And they're causing a behavior or a reaction. And that's where we have to step in. And that's how I can help you. So de-escalating means basically to calm a person down, right? Or solving their problem. I keep saying that, solving your problem, solving your problem, solving your problem. But I want you to think about when you're upset about something and somebody tries to de-escalate you. Things like, oh, calm down. That doesn't work, does it? That doesn't help. In fact, it kind of pisses them off even more. And saying things like, I'm only trying to help, doesn't help either, because it's not helpful. Telling somebody you're trying to help them really isn't helpful, right? It's just words. So de-escalating is, there's a lot to it. And if you really want to know how to de-escalate somebody, I do have a course that at the end of this video, I'm going to invite you to the course. But de-escalating is a series of steps, okay? It's a series of steps that we have to take in order to... See, this is kind of complicated because my class is 4 days and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to explain this to you in 10 minutes. So, one of the biggest problems that a person with dementia is having that causes them to have a reaction, it's not a behavior, it's a reaction, which is also something I teach differently than anybody else. The reaction is caused by something else. So we have to de-escalate by finding out what it is that we need to remove from their environment or from their thoughts that is causing them so much distress that they're acting out in whatever way it is that they're acting out. They could be yelling, swearing, screaming, hitting, punching, kicking, biting, spitting, throwing. They could be crying, right? And we don't want our loved ones to keep living like this. I mean, it's heartbreaking to watch them go through this. It really is. And we're on the receiving end of it, right? The anger, they're taking it out on us because who else is around? Nobody, because the rest of your family, they're freaking gone. They're no goddamn help. Where's the doctor when all this shit's happening? Oh, he's nice in his office having his little coffee, writing his little notes in the chart. That's what the doctor's doing. There's nobody else there in your living room helping you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you in your living room. I'm going to help you in your house. Make sure you stay to the end and you watch. So, de-escalating, another term I'm really not very fond of, because we're not de-escalating them. We're discovering what their problem is. We're discovering why they're having such a hard time. Why are they hitting? Why are they punching? What's causing them so much distress that they will actually freak out like this? Because the more upset they are, the bigger their problem. The angrier they are, the bigger the problem. Is this making sense? Put yes in the chat if this is making sense to you. So because we have our brain cells, we're in control. But I'll bet right now you're not in control. Do you feel like you're out of control? Do you feel like you're out of control? Put out of control in the chat. Is dementia taking over your life? Is it taking over your person with dementia and you? I get it. I hear this from every student I teach. Same thing. So what we need to discover is, why are they having this reaction? And then we get rid of it. Got to clean some house. But we have to do a little investigating first. So when a person is having a reaction to something, which is causing them to behave badly or poorly or angrily or crying or emotions or whatever it is, it could be exit seeking. I mean, it could be anything, right? Any kind of behavior, refusals. So we have to rule out the basic personal needs first, which is what all other trainers will teach you. They will all teach you how to rule out personal, most of them, the good ones, will train you how to rule out the personal needs first. The great teachers, which, thank God you found me. I will show you how to go one step farther, because it's not always personal needs. In fact, I'd argue that in most cases it's probably not. So what I'm going to teach you is how to use a backup method, a backup system, if you will, to get to that root cause. And then we're going to pull that root cause up by the roots and get rid of it forever and throw it away like a weed, and it will never grow in your house again. So eventually you pull all the weeds out and you don't have any more reactions or behaviors at all. How's that sound? I bet you're saying, shit, that sounds pretty damn good. Sign me up. Well, wait till the end and I'll show you how. All right, so the personal needs could be, and again, any teacher can probably, not any, a lot of good teachers can teach you this, okay? Do they need to toilet? Are they hungry or thirsty? Are they hot or cold? Do they need an activity? That's another video. Oh, I got a lot of pet peeves about activities. Are they uncomfortable? Like, is their clothing uncomfortable? Let's see. Are they in pain? By the way, I have a free tool for you on my website at answersaboutalz.org. It's down below. free resources tab, pain assessment tool. Love it. All right. Hot, cold, hungry, thirsty, pain, need to toilet, uncomfortable clothing. They might not understand their surroundings. There might be too much stimulation going on around them, or there might not be enough stimulation going on and they're bored and they need an activity. Now, those are like more the personal needs of why someone may be having a reaction. But the other ones, and there's so many, and this is why I can't really conquer this in a 10-minute video, but the other ones can be they're confused about their environment. They're around strangers, because as this disease develops, we lose the ability to recognize faces. So they feel like they're like, I'm in a strange place. Where am I? Or I don't recognize these people, so I got to get out of here. Right? So who the hell are you? Get away from me. That kind of stuff. And, or they could be hallucinating or having delusions. We have to figure that out, right? So there's like countless reasons why a person is acting the way they're acting. But in order to de-escalate, you first have to know what you're de-escalating. You're not de-escalating the outwardly behavior that you're seeing. That's not what you're de-escalating. I know that's what you want to stop, but that's not where your solution is. That's not where you're going to de-escalate. You're going to de-escalate by finding out what it is that's causing them to act that way. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat for me. So I want you to think really hard. I want you to think for a few minutes. And think again to that very first question that I asked you. How many times a day are you dealing with this? How much is this disrupting your life? How much is this strain putting on you and your other relationships? How much stress are you dealing with on a daily basis? And how much stress is your person with dementia under? If they're feeling like this all the time, imagine what that's doing to their heart and their body and their brain. They don't want to be in this state of anger all the time or this state of crying all the time. We have to do better. And we can. We can. Together we can. So, I also wanted to tell you, I have this great book for you. It's called Forget Me Not. This is a #1 bestseller. I've put my heart and soul into this book. It is phenomenal. It's like $19.99. You can get this on Amazon. You can get it anywhere books are sold. The foreword was written by Dr. Sharon Bragman. She's a geriatric doctor. She's actually the chief of geriatrics at SUNY Upstate Hospital in Syracuse, New York. So she's a brilliant woman, and she wrote my foreword for my book. Thank you, Dr. Sharon Bragman. So stay tuned. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the course. If you're not interested, that's fine. But when you hit rock bottom, you're going to be coming back. You might as well do it now before the shit hits the fan, because it's better to be prepared and know what's coming than to not. But if you're the kind of person that likes to wait till the last minute until things are a shit show, that's okay too. But eventually, I'll see ya. So stay tuned, and I will see you next time. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, because we would love to have you in our great big happy family. All right, my friend, I will see you next time. Bye. If you're passionate about dementia, join our modern training course, proven to get you results. Guaranteed. To apply, go to answersaboutalz.org or call us at 585-775-5949.